everyone. This is chapter 7 History, Print Culture, and the Modern World. And in this video, we will discuss first three topics. The first, printed books, print comes to Europe, the print revolution, and its impact. So let us start the chapter Print Culture and the Modern World. It is difficult for us to imagine a world without printed matter. We see print everywhere around us in books, journals, newspapers, prints of famous paintings, and also in everyday things like theater, programs, official circulars, calendars, diaries, advertisements, cinema posters at street corners. We may not realize that print itself has a history which has, in fact, spread our contemporary world. What is this history? When did printed literature begin to circulate? How had it helped create the modern world? In this chapter, we will discuss about all these factors. The first printed books. The earliest kind of print technology was developed in China, Japan, and Korea. This was a system of hand printing. From 594 AD onwards, books in China were printed by rubbing paper against the inked surface of wood blocks. As both sides of the thin porous sheet could not be printed, the traditional Chinese accordion book was folded and stitched at the side. The imperial state in China was for a very long time the major producer of printed material. China possessed a huge bureaucratic system which recruited its personnel through civil service examination. Textbooks for this examination were printed in vast number under the sponsorship of the imperial state. As the number of examination candidates went up, printing increased. By the 17th century, as urban culture bloomed in China, the use of print diversified. Print was no longer used just by scholar officials. Merchants used print in their everyday life. Reading increasingly became a leisure activity. Fictional narratives, poetry, autobiographies, anthologies of literary manuscripts, and romantic plays were liked. Rich women began to read, and many women began publishing their poetry and plays. Western printing techniques and mechanical presses were imported in the late 19th century as Western powers established their outposts in China. Shanghai became the hub of the new print culture. From hand printing, there was now a gradual shift to mechanical printing. Print in Japan. Buddhist missionaries from China introduced hand printing technology into Japan. The oldest Japanese book is the Buddhist Diamond Sutra, containing 6 sheets of text and woodcut illustrations. Pictures were printed on textiles, playing cards, and paper money. In medieval Japan, poems and prose were regularly published, and books were cheap and abundant. In the late 18th century, in the flourishing urban circles at Edo, present day it is Tokyo, illustrated collections of paintings depicted an elegant urban culture. Libraries and bookstores were packed with hand printed material of various types: books on women, musical instruments, calculations, tea ceremony, flower arrangements, proper etiquette, cooking, and famous places. Print comes to Europe. For centuries, silk and spices from China flowed into Europe through the Silk Route. In the 11th century, Chinese paper reached Europe via the same route. Paper made possible the production of manuscripts carefully written by scribes. Then in 1295, Marco Polo, a great explorer, returned to Italy after many years of exploration in China. China already had the technology of woodblock printing. Marco Polo brought this knowledge back with him. Now, Italians began producing books with woodblocks, and soon the technology spread to other parts of Europe. Luxury editions were still handwritten, meant for aristocratic circles. Merchants and students in the university towns bought the cheaper printed copies. As the demand for books increased, booksellers all over Europe began exporting books to many different countries. Book fairs were held at different places. Production of handwritten manuscripts was also organized in new ways. Scribes or skilled writers were no longer solely employed by wealthy or influential patrons, but increasingly by booksellers as well. But the production of handwritten manuscripts was an expensive, laborious, and time consuming business. Manuscripts were fragile, awkward to handle, and could not be carried around or read easily. Their circulation therefore remained limited. With the growing demand for books, woodblock printing gradually became more and more popular. There was clearly a great need for even quicker and cheaper reproduction of texts. This could only be with the invention of a new print technology. At Strasbourg, Germany, Johannes Gutenberg developed the first known printing press in the 1430s. Gutenberg and the printing press. Gutenberg was the son of a merchant and grew up on a large agricultural estate. From his childhood, he had seen wine and olive presses. Subsequently, he learned the art of polishing stones, became a master goldsmith, and also acquired the ex- expertise to create lead molds used for making trinkets. The olive press provided the model for the printing press, and molds were used for casting the metal types for the letters of the alphabet. By 1448, Gutenberg perfected the system. The first book he printed was the Bible. About 180 copies were printed, and it took 3 years to produce them. Printed books at first closely resembled with written manuscripts in appearance and layout. The metal letters imitated the ornamental handwritten styles. Borders were illuminated by hand, and illustrations were painted. In the books printed for the rich, space for decoration was kept blank on the printed page. In the 100 years between 1450 and 1550, Printing presses were set up in most countries of Europe. Printers from Germany traveled to other countries seeking work and helping start new presses. As the number of printing presses grew, book production boomed. This shift from hand printed to mechanical printing led to the print revolution. The print revolution and its impact. The print revolution was not just a development, it transformed the lives of people, changing their relationship to information and knowledge. It influenced popular perceptions and opened up new ways of looking at things. Next topic is a new reading public. With the printing press, a new reading public emerged. Printing reduced the cost of books. The time and labor required to produce each book came down, and multiple copies could be produced with great ease. Books flooded the market, reaching out to an ever growing readership. Earlier, reading was restricted to the elites. Common people lived in a world of oral culture. Before the age of print, books were not only expensive but they could not be produced in sufficient numbers. Now, books could reach out to wider sections of people. But the transition was not so simple. Books could be read only by the literate, and the rates of literacy in most European countries were very low till the 20th century. So, printers began publishing popular ballets and folk tales, and such books would be profusely illustrated with pictures. These were then sung and recited at gatherings in villages and in tavern in towns. The hearing public and reading public became intermingled. Religious debates and the fear of print. Print created the possibility of wide circulation of ideas and introduced a new world of debate and discussion. Not everyone welcomed the printed book, and those who did also had fears about it. Many were apprehensive of the effects that the easier access to the printed word and the wider circulation of books could have on people's mind. It was feared that if there was no control over what was printed and read, then rebellious and irreligious thoughts might spread. Expressed by religious authorities and monarchs, as well as many writers and artists, this anxiety was the basis of widespread criticism of the new printed literature that had begun to circulate. In 1517, the religious reformer Martin Luther wrote 95 theses criticizing many of the practices and rituals of the Roman Catholic Church. A printed copy of this was posted on a church door in Wittenberg. It challenged the church to debate his ideas. Luther's writings were immediately reproduced in vast numbers and read widely. This led to a division within the church and to the beginning of the Protestant Reformation. Luther's translation of the New Testament sold 5,000 copies. Several scholars, in fact, think that print brought about a new intellectual atmosphere and helped spread the new ideas that led to the Reformation. Print and dissent. In the 16th century, Manocchio, a miller in Italy, began to read books that were available in his locality. He reinterpreted the message of the Bible and formulated a view of God and creation that enraged the Roman Catholic Church. Sorry. When the Roman Church began its inquisition to repress hierarchical ideas, sorry, heretical ideas, Menocchio was hauled up twice and ultimately executed. The Roman Church, troubled by such effects of popular readings and questionings of faith, imposed severe control over publishers and booksellers and began to maintain an index of prohibited books from 1558. For today, this much. Thank you.